Interstate and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Dak going to start out going to the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways?
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Here we go. Set. Look at me.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Lawrence. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points. He's got him in, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. A quick throw, but incomplete. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action now. Prescott. Caught by Woods. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Prescott to throw on 4th. Throwing left side, it's complete. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now ETN to start the drive. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. On play action, Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and it's a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sideline. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On the counter, ETN. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll run with ETN. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards to pick up there.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore, 44 yards. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 56 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it?
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Jaguars 24, Colts 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait until the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Prescott on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The 3-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, exit.
Lawrence will throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give to Etienne running right. And some room to maneuver. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chark. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll go again with Etienne. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Etienne up the middle. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
On the ready.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They find some open field here. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 109 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Williams, running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 38, Lawrence. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
On play action, Lawrence. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. He hit his first, now this from 43. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Throwing here, Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
They're going to snub this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And down to the 36-yard line here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandable.